Like she saw so far. It was clear that, she saw like 10 miles with her own eyes. So that means the Earth is flat. Because 10 miles out, I should be able to see things. Boy, do I have a treat for you folks today. Today we get to watch a Jubilee video where a bunch of people ask a flat earther questions. I'm assuming I'm assuming they're going to ask, like, how do you know the Earth is flat? And that type of stuff. So this will be interesting.
Hello, I'm Pamela. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Shelley. Nice to meet you.
Already, I'm like, she's screwed. It's an Asian woman who barely speaks English, so you know she's incredibly smart. She's probably like some crazy ass scientist. So it's just like, you're boned. I'm sorry, she's gonna nail you right now. And why do they have question cards? Why does she have question cards? Okay, whatever. I don't know. I just thought they'd be like asking questions that they hadn't off top of their head, but maybe they just wrote down their thoughts. She's got a lot. Like, how has she got there? Like 4 or 5?
Did someone convince you that the Earth is flat?
Well, I wouldn't say that someone actually convinced me the Earth was flat.
So why would NASA and these scientists lie to us about it?
Yes, that is like the million-dollar question. I think that they're doing it to maybe protect us from something that they think is out there that they don't want us to know. You know, I have my hypothesis is that I think that they're hiding the true creation of this Earth.
How do you...
No. There's a big ice wall at the end of the world. Isn't that what it is? There's a big wall of ice and there's like guards there. And if you get near that ice wall, they like pick you off. Like they got guns. They just snipe you. So that's why ships don't go like over the top or around the bottom, like go through the Arctics, because you get owned, man. They just take you out. That's why there's only 50 some people living there in those places, because it's literally all these snipers, and you're just done. They got nothing to do but shoot penguins, guys, and hang with Santa Claus, depending on which part you're at.
You think the Earth was created?
I believe the Bible, when it talks about the Earth was created in 7 days, he created a firmament and he created the sun and the moon and the stars inside of the firmament.
What?
Okay, so I had my theories, and I didn't say that, but that is probably a religious thing. If you take it very, very literally, then where you'd end up at if you just read those passages and be like, well, I guess it's flat. Like you could get to that conclusion.
I guess proof do you have that the Earth is flat?
With my own eyes, I have seen distances where we shouldn't have been able to see objects.
Could you?
What? What does it even mean? Like she saw so far. It was clear that, she saw like 10 miles with her own eyes. So that means the Earth is flat. Because 10 miles out, I shouldn't be able to see things. It's a gradual curve, lady. It's very gradual. It's a slight curve.
Describe the shape of the Earth, like a piece of paper or a plate.
The best way I can describe it is it's like a circle, like a clock, with a dome over the top of it.
So where?
That's that friggin' oh my god, from Cosmos. The first season they did a video, whatever. There's a one guy who basically was like, he dreamed beyond this dome veil, right, of what she's calling the firmament, that there was a universe outside of it, and they like put him in jail. I think the Spanish Inquisition put him in jail for like heresy.
Where do you believe the Earth ends then? If you believe it's flat, like where is the fall off point?
It could be like an infinite plane. You know, the Bible says it can't be measured. I know that's not scientific, but you know, that's just kind of what we've experienced as well. Even going back to what Elon Musk had said at one point, not that, you know, I believe everything Elon Musk says, but it was interesting and intriguing to me of what he said was that we live in a simulation.
No, there's a 1 in billions chance that this is based reality.
How many people would, I guess, be in on it?
Okay. Oh man. This is like one of those examples where you hear somebody smart say something, you're like, yes, I'm gonna pluck this one thing because it fits with how I think, and then I'm gonna use that. The guy's face during that whole thing too, he's just like he's like trying not to laugh over there.
Very few people, high up people, are in the know.
How do you feel about the
That's true, but she's in the know. You know why? Because she read the Bible, and nobody else reads the Bible. Only a very select group of people read the Bible and understand the hidden message in those passages. I should say hidden messages, not even just message, because this is only one hidden message. There are many, my friends. There are many. And she got this one. It's not like any of you can just read the Bible and get those hidden messages. No. No. You need this secret decoder glass that you get out of the cereal box and you stick it on and then it like unscrambles the words. Yeah. Except this one doesn't come from a cereal box. It comes from the cereal box up there in heaven. Mind blowing.
pictures of the Earth from space?
If you look at those pictures, NASA will even admit that they're CGI. And even a gentleman from NASA said that some of the pictures that they get, from satellites are these composite images that they have to kind of paste together. And so it's hard for me to say with all certainty that those pictures are authentic.
Getting multiple smaller pictures and then sticking them together to form a bigger picture makes the whole not authentic. I really feel like she twisted that one.
Do you think the moon landing was fake?
Yes.
What led you to believe that?
So my husband actually brought home this movie talking about how the moon.
Why is she wearing like a belly top right now? What is going on here? I don't get it. It just feels out of place. Okay, sorry. I'll pay attention to the question now. Let me go back. I'll pay attention to the question now.
So my husband actually brought home this movie talking about how the moon landing was fake. And I honestly was like so upset that he would even go there with me. I started to question it more. Sure enough, there's absolutely no way that they could have gone to the moon. Absolutely.
Honestly, I agree.
Oh,
I
you
do agree, yes.
Tell me what you think.
Just the way it was depicted, it really never connected in my mind.
I was not expecting to hear it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. My partner brought home the movie Moon and we watched it. And that's where I learned there was like a guy living on the moon and he was like farming it or something. And he was just a clone and like this AI would just keep killing him and bring him back.
Perhaps you were imagining things.
How do you explain like the phases of the moon?
We believe that the moon is its own light. A lot of people think that the sun basically reflects onto the moon. But what we find is that the moonlight is a cooler light and the sun is more of a hot light.
So if
Oh my God. So the moon produces its own light that it shines down on you? Oh my God. It's no wonder, like in the moonlight, when there's a full moon, I just can't control myself.
the Earth is flat, how do you explain time zones?
So if it's a close sun, It would be kind of like a spotlight. The time zones work because that local light, just kind of like a flashlight, doesn't light up the whole circle. It only lights up a certain part of the circle.
I'm curious what the explanation is for gravity and things like the Coriolis effect.
Well, gravity's still technically a theory.
Sorry. Coriolis effect, an effect whereby a mass moving in a rotating system experiences a force acting perpendicular to the direction of motion and to the axis of rotation.
We know that there's an up and a down. As far as Coriolis, I was in the military and I've shot weapons, and we were never once taught to account for Coriolis.
What kind of weapons, if you don't mind me asking? Like ICBMs?
Well, when I was in the military, we shot M16s, and
Okay.
the railgun is a question because it can shoot 100 miles, and it's a line-of-sight weapon. So 100 miles using the curvature of the Earth, it just doesn't make sense that they'd be able to hit the target.
With the globe model, it's like 24,000 miles, the circumference?
Yeah, like 25 we kind of used.
Yeah. Okay, so 100 miles would be less than 1% of that. So I guess it's not much of a difference. Like, it doesn't matter as much. I guess I'm asking more in relation to things like rockets, like ICBMs or airliners and stuff like that.
Airliners, if they were flying, let's say 1,000 miles, they would have to dip their nose down to stay in a line with the globe.
Mm-hmm.
So do you
Okay, I swear she actually lost me on part of that. I'm like, what? Like, it's actually confusing what she was saying. Like, and now I'm stuck in this whole gun thing. She was shooting M16s, and she wasn't taught to take into account the curvature of the Earth, or something. No, frig. Because like when you shoot a bullet or you shoot an arrow or something, it starts going higher and then it slowly drops, and it slowly comes down. It arcs. Maybe I'm like totally off. I don't know. She confused me in that whole thing. I'm just gonna be honest.
believe in global warming?
So I don't believe in global warming, but I do believe in a greenhouse effect because I believe we live in a greenhouse, you know? And I do think that how we treat this place we live in is very critical to the quality of life in other lives, and not just us, all the different ecosystems and things. So I'm also a vegan. I know that's
Nice.
yeah, so I try to do no harm, you know?
Do you believe
That was kind of a weird question because that has nothing to do with flat Earth, like global warming. It's just like, why would that change just because of global warming? Oh, because the ice wall would melt. I get it. Good shot, girl. I appreciate her that she asked that question now.
in any other uncommon beliefs?
Yeah, definitely. I believe in giants.
You're a smart boy. You don't believe that nonsense.
Last time you seen a giant, Jon Snow? I don't stay too long, they're shy.
That there was a race of humans that were very, very, very tall.
That's interesting. I
Yeah.
kind of agree with you.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it makes sense because dinosaurs, like, they were so huge. So what makes you think that humans couldn't have evolved that way
Right.
either?
Totally.
Yeah.
How
Take it easy, Blondie.
She probably doesn't even believe in dinosaurs, so maybe you should have checked that. Because if she's one of those creationists, like they're like dinosaurs are like, that's made up. They don't believe in dinosaurs. She just went with it because you were probably agreeing with like her point. She's like, giants, yes. Oh my.
has your idea of the Earth being flat affected your relationships?
I've lost family members who want nothing to do with
Because they fell off the edge of the Earth. They went to explore where the edge of the Earth was.
me because of my belief. When I first came into Flat Earth, I absolutely came in to try to refute it. I went into this belief kicking and screaming like I'd never, ever ever thought I would be a flat earther.
I'm curious what your dating life is like.
I will say I only date flat earthers.
So nobody then. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever dated anyone with a differing opinion?
I was married, so I lost my husband. He was killed. And so I've just, that was about, 2010. So I didn't really come into the flat earth until around 2015, 2016, where I really started questioning it.
Do you have any kids?
I do, yes. I have 2 children, my daughter who is 19 and I have a son who will be 14.
They're both flat earthers. I've raised them well. They won't make the same mistakes I did and waste their early years on believing things are a globe.
Do they agree with the flat earth theory?
I will say that I've given my children the opportunity to learn both. My daughter really doesn't care. She's like, don't talk about it, Mom. I don't really care, And so I try not to embarrass her when she'll see stuff like
That is your daughter right over there. She's like, Mom, why are you telling my story? Mom, oh, you're so funny, Mom. I never said that.
this. And my son is definitely a flat earther.
What is your favorite?
Oh, he's going to be single for a long time. You have screwed your son. Why did you do this? He wants to date. He wants to get laid. Actually, I don't remember how old he is.
Thing about the earth?
My favorite thing about the earth
is it's flat.
Is that despite anybody's idea of what shape it is, we're all here for a purpose. And the relationships that we make here are the most precious things. The beauty in being alive here.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you think we could be more tolerant of radical opinions?
I think so. I think it's important for us to be able to stand in our truth and understand and have empathy of where people are at and why maybe they feel that way. And
Well, of course, I mean, you would say that because you're a flat earther, but I do kind of agree, just in general, that we should be more tolerant, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to make fun of it and have fun with this video. So I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
I may lose everything and everybody, but I'm going to still stand. And thankfully, we live in a country where we're able to express openly, or hopefully we can, ideas that aren't popular. And being able to stand in that truth is really what's at the heart of the matter. Mm-hmm. Okay? Hi! Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Wasn't that a heartwarming story? I was so touched. I was so touched, especially the music at the end when they played that. Wow, good job, Jubilee. Tugging those heartstrings. It's all good. These flat earthers, it's fine, guys. We need to be tolerant of other people's views and beliefs, and let's just all have a big group hug and hang out. Okay? All right. Yes. Okay. Well, make up your own opinions. Maybe there's a bunch of flat earthers who are you guys are a bunch of flat earthers are gonna comment on this video. I don't know. We'll see. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more of my content. I'm trying to post every day. We'll see how long that continues or until I run out of stuff that I want to actually talk about.